The Sackler family is reportedly offering to give up their ownership of Purdue Pharma as part of a $10 to $12 billion settlement. Now, the potential deal could settle more than 2,000 lawsuits against the company. Purdue is accused of misleading the public about the addiction risks of its prescription painkiller, OxyContin. Alexandra Field is with me from New York. Selling their stake, or at least putting in $3 billion or so, $2 to $3 billion of their own money. But what advantage does it give if they sort of break with the company?
This could protect them in the future from additional claims. That seems to be the thinking here, that they leave the company, that they put $3 billion of their own money, and that this becomes part of a much larger settlement, some $10 to $12 billion, and that, it seems, would resolve these thousands of outstanding claims, allegations that the company fueled the opioid crisis with its promotion and marketing of OxyContin. There's a federal trial, Richard, that is set to kick off in October. It involves claims from 2,000 cities, counties, municipalities, all saying that Purdue and other pharmaceutical companies need to be held responsible. So this would put an end to Purdue's role in all of that, and we're still waiting to see what this would mean for various states that are also in the process of suing Purdue, alleging the same thing.
I mean, I'm assuming Purdue will only do this if it's a one-shot wonder. You know, that you get rid of it all. You can't have everybody coming back for another bite at the cherry.
Yeah, that absolutely is the thinking here. We know that attorneys from both sides in this federal lawsuit are scheduled to update the judge on settlement talks by this Friday. We should have some more details and some more clarity on the kind of settlement that could be reached here. But yes, Richard, you're talking about a whopping number, this $10 to $12 billion. So certainly Purdue's perspective here would be that this would be money that would address all of these claims that are coming at the company now and potentially down the road. It would, of course, it almost goes without saying, be the largest settlement in any of these opioid cases.
Right, but, you know, Alexandra, when you think about tobacco, and it took decades for tobacco to finally cough up the very large sum of money, this has happened relatively, I use that term advisedly, relatively quickly.
Sure, relatively. And look, Purdue has been facing allegations along with a number of other pharmaceutical companies for years now. They put out a statement with regards to the negotiations on this new settlement, saying that they are prepared to vigorously defend themselves, but that they don't see any good coming from spending years in litigation. They may also be reading the tea leaves here. Yes, these talks about this possible settlement have been going on for months, but they've also got to be looking, along with other pharmaceutical companies, about what's happened in Oklahoma just this week. For the first time, you saw a state judge side with the state, saying that another pharmaceutical company, Johnson & Johnson, was responsible for fueling the opioid epidemic in that state, and saying that Johnson & Johnson would need to pay up to the tune of $572 million. Purdue, of course, has settled other lawsuits when it has faced similar allegations. So this is something they've done before, certainly not at this scale or scope.
Good to see you. Thank you.